All right, guys. Here's an update on my 1984 M635 CSI. This video has been long overdue, but I've been making some really good progress on it. I wanted to get to a couple of milestones in terms of completion before sharing this update. So, if you've been following my channel, you guys may remember that I bought this car last year in 2021 in July out of Dallas. And since I brought it back down to Houston, it's been sitting in the garage, and I've had lots of maintenance to do to it to get it a bit more reliable, roadworthy, and sort of improve the performance as well. And it's been a bit challenging to get parts. Really simple things like the pre-molded rubber hoses for coolant and some other parts just for tune-ups and regular servicing. Some of the items, most of the items had to come from BMW out of Europe, and many of the items took 8 weeks just to get a simple hose. But anyway, that's behind me now, and even though it was excruciatingly long, and I guess you get spoiled by usually a week to a week and a half turnaround time pre-COVID, it now means you have to wait months and months for a simple part that can basically means your car can be laid up for long periods for a very simple item, and that's exactly what I face on this particular car. And it being a Euro car, you have to get a bit more creative and be a bit more resourceful getting parts. Anyway, that's behind me now, and I'm glad to be at this point. The car is in great running condition, and I've done some cool things to it and improvements in the 7 to 8 months I've had it now. I'll just walk you through some things. One thing that you can see, it had some really horrible billet aluminum wheels, 16-inch wheels. They were actually fairly wide and staggered, but they were very heavy. I took those off, and I bought these period correct Centro wheels out of Europe. They are 16.7s and 16.9s, and they are a beautiful fit on the car. I have it wrapped in the Toyo R compound tire, 888 compound tires, and it looks good. The wheels are very light, and I actually do have spacers on them just to kick them out a little bit. And I had a set of titanium cone seat lug bolts, so those went on the car. But you can see I polished the wheels, and then I had the center caps refinished, and everything came out real good. So it looks good, much better with these wheels than what came on it. I've also spent quite a bit of time trying to revive the paint, and it actually looks pretty good. Let me see, I'll put some light on. I haven't water sanded this paint. I've just done like a 3-step refinish on it, and it looks actually really good. The paint is far from ideal, but it was very rough and very weathered and heavily oxidized, and started with sort of a coarse compound, worked my way to fine, and actually the paint it looks actually really good. I put a new hood badge on too, and I'm quite pleased with how it turned out. So that was good. It's actually very smooth to touch. So I've got the paint to the point where I can live with it for a little while, and I also painted the back taillight panel here. The reason being is this had some surface corrosion on it that I wanted to get rid of. This panel here where the license plate sits had been painted black, and it was flaking and it looked pretty bad. So I wanted to take care of all of that. So I took the lights out and everything else and the bumper. And I just shot it here in the garage, primered and painted it, and it came out actually really well. So that was good. And then I cleaned up under the apron here, under the bumper, and that actually came out real nice as well. You can see it was pretty grimy before, and I'm surprised how nicely it came out. There's the new exhaust tips. My friend Blake and I, he did all the welding and the grade fabrication on the stainless mandrel system we put in, but I'll shoot a different video on that coming up. I have to wait for a couple parts to come in before I reassemble the back. The Euro bumper that was on the car had been hit, and it just needs to be, I need to take it to my body guy so they can just pull it out and get it back to the original shape. Beyond that, the chrome plating is starting to flake off, and it's quite rusty. So this actually needs to be replated. And same with the ends. Both ends need to be replated. They're under the car here. You can see right here. And then the inside of these guys, they always rust. And this is typical. Now, a few years ago, I was able to buy a Euro bumper, and it's in perfect condition. So here's the spare Euro bumper that I have, and I'm actually going to put this one on the car. And I actually had the inside of the Euro bumper all powder coated in seal gray to protect it from corrosion. So I'm waiting for a couple more of these clips to be delivered. I had to buy them out of England. I should get them here shortly. And then once I get the last few of these clips, then I can refit the bumper and the lights and everything. But you can see here are the bumper brackets. They've been all powder coated and all new stainless hardware. A new rubber strip here too. So looking forward to putting this on here. Then I was able to source a set of new side marker lights. These were hard to get, so I was able to get a pair. The ones that I had were broken, really badly broken. So these are brand new, and just put those on. And those are new old stock actually that I got from somebody. But let's go under the hood and I'll show you what I've done under here, and hopefully this, if you're still watching the video, I haven't lost you and it's not boring. So under the hood, well, let me set up my light, so that way we have a little bit more light while I talk. Just give me 1 second here, and I'll walk around to the other side. Okay. All right. So under the hood is where I've spent a tremendous amount of time over the last few months, and of course it's been a bit expensive, but it is what it is. Okay, so I'll just walk you through everything that I've done. Basically I had the engine out of the car a couple times. By that I mean it was just suspended in the engine compartment above the actual chassis of the car. While it was suspended, I took the engine mounts out, and one of the mounts, which was on the right side, had collapsed. So I replaced that one. These mounts, actually, the engine mounts, are very difficult to get. So I replaced the collapsed one on the right side. The heat shield from the collapsed mount had punctured the heat shield, and so I made a brand new heat shield from scratch. While the engine was out, I'll walk back around, I took the factory stainless steel headers off, and I had them ceramic coated here in town. So you can see they've been ceramic coated. And then the water pipe that sits above it, I had that powder coated. Then of course all the brand new gaskets and new studs, new fasteners, brand new sensors on the water pipe, water temp sensors, all three are brand new. I then had the valve cover powder coated in red, wrinkle red, just to give it a little bit of color, livery, and just make it look a little bit cooler than the normal black that you see, a little bit of a departure. And then the plug wires I changed. These are NGKs made specifically for the M88. It's funny because they make these for the M88, but they put the wrong plug carrier tube on it. So I actually made this piece out of high temperature silicone to feed the wires through. And I didn't use the NGK one because the NGK one is the wrong style for the M88, even though the plugs are the right plugs. So change the plugs, change the spark plug and the spark plug wires, all new gaskets of course here. I put in a brand new aluminum radiator from Wizard. That worked out really well. Beautiful, well made, handmade. Took about a month to get. They're very nice people, very friendly, great service, and very happy with how it runs and how it cools the engine. And then I bought a new fan shroud. My car, when I bought it, this was missing. I rather suspect it was removed or broke. It was broken and never reinstalled. So I bought a brand new one from BMW. All new hoses, all new hose clamps were installed as well in the car. New distributor cap and rotor. Everything that was removed from the car was powder coated. So all the water pipes, or anything aluminum or steel, was powder coated. Even the lifting eye for the engine, the mount there. I refinished the clutch fan. I put in a new clutch on the engine as well. And you can see that down there. The thermostat housing, that was all powder coated. You can see the trumpets, that was all powder coated and cleaned. And same with the intake manifold. There was a lot of oil leaks down here that I cleaned as well from a valve cover gasket that had let go a few years ago, and it was messy, so that took a while to clean all that up. Idle air screws, covers, I replaced these from BMW. I'm glad that they're still available. I also bought brand new rubber bellows. These are reproductions of the original ones from BMW. Really well made by an eBay seller who is now a friend, and looking forward to seeing some more products from him. They're a perfect fit, and the price was very good too. So glad to see the support, and always happy to help out other folks that make stuff for the car. Brand new valve cover breather hose from BMW. It's interesting too on these hoses, BMW are thoughtful. They actually put motor here so that you can't screw up exactly the direction of connecting it. What else, guys? Let me go around to the other side. On the airbox, I took this off, of course, and then I had it powder coated. It was pretty. Over time, these things tend to get chipped. Tools fall on them. The paint starts flaking off. They get very weathered. Mine was very much like that. So this has been all redone by my powder coaters here in Houston. They Powder House. They do a great job for me. This was kind of challenging because they had to do a two-step process with the silver and then the black. Same with the valve cover. They had to do a two-step process with the red and the silver, and then the ribs. But they do a great job. All the coolant hoses that reside underneath the intake, every single hose has been replaced. Everything rubber has been replaced. So, and all the clamps have been changed out as well. And then all brand new fasteners too. You can see that I did not reuse any of the old BMW fasteners. So all brand new zinc plated fasteners or stainless, depending on the application. A new expansion tank cap, and then this is high temperature silicone for the coolant. Brand new plastic tee from BMW. New sensors here, and then I refinished the airbox as well. This was pretty bad looking. While I was waiting for parts to come in, it was a good use of time to sand it down and actually just painted it with satin black, and it came out really well. And then a new BMW air filter, so that came out all good. Then I had a few other pieces redone. The cowl panel here, they always look real bad. They get pretty weathered. Just to do something fun, I decided to go with a metallic silver rather than black, just to kind of keep with the theme I'm doing here. And same with some of these brackets. And you can see all the new hardware. So those were all refinished. And so yeah, a lot of time. But certainly everything worked out really well. All new belts as well too, of course. And then fixed some oil leaks down there. Changed out some brackets as well for the tension on the belts. They always get badly damaged. So I have a video I think I did of that helps you guys with adapting different brackets from the M30 to the M88. On the inside, I had the driver's side Recaro seat, the bottom. I had this refinished. I didn't do the back just because it was in really good shape and didn't have any blemishes or anything on it. The bottom, there was a split in a few different places, and also this side was collapsed. So I actually had my leather guys here in Houston redo the whole thing, and they rebuilt these as well. What was interesting is the adjuster here used to rub on this bolster, and now that they rebuilt it, it doesn't rub anymore, so that's cool. You can see that there. And then I had the brackets also powder coated right here. The steering wheel I had redone as well. In new leather, it was starting to split and get weathered on the top, which is typical. So I had this redone in new leather with red deviated stitching to kind of match the shifter boot, which is new. I have a new BMW emblem here, which I'll put in here in a few days. And then I just kind of went through the car, cleaned it, and shampooed the carpets. So it's coming along pretty nicely, guys. I did some LED lights as well. As you can see there, I put an LED light in the engine compartment, and I also have the same LED light in the trunk. So yeah, so that's where we are. I know this video's been long. I hope I haven't lost you. I hope it hasn't been boring, but been excited to share the update on the M635, and more to come on the car as I go through the chassis next and suspension next. But I'm happy to be at this point, and I'm glad it's working out quite well, and the car drives really, really well. So more to come, and hope everybody's doing well, staying safe, enjoying your cars and driving your cars, maintaining them, and taking care of each other and taking care of yourself. Take care. Hope you like and subscribe. Take care. Bye-bye.